past 20 years. When I was asked to speak tonight, I was a bit taken back, and yet I was honored because they could have asked so many different people to speak tonight, yet they chose me. It was either that or everyone else said no, and I was the only one who said yes. To be on the stage tonight, you guys, you must have been successful in many things in your lives, whether it was in the classroom, on the athletic field, or doing community service projects for other people. And I congratulate you on your successes. But what does successful mean? Does it mean achieving the goal no matter what the cost, or does it mean doing the right thing even if it means you sacrifice something else? Several years ago, when I was handing back a test in a chemistry class, I handed the test back to a girl named Carrie, and when she got the test back, she screamed, "Yes! I got a B!" I looked at her kind of puzzled, and I said, "Last test you got an A, and you weren't that excited." And she goes, "Yeah, but on this test I didn't have to cheat." So, when she got the A, she wasn't really that excited because she knows she didn't really deserve it, but when she got that B, she was very excited. She was successful in the fact that she did it on her own without cutting any corners. As you go through life, passing each milestone, high school, relationships, college, job, you may be successful or you may not be successful, but what you judge as a success, other people may judge as a failure. And what you consider a failure, someone else may see as a success. One of my good friends in high school one time told me that he wished he actually lived in my family and had my dad as a father. I thought that was really strange because my dad, he was a teacher. His dad was the president of Limecrest Corporation over in Sparta. He had a lakeside house. I grew up on a farm. He had a pool with a hot tub. I had a pond covered in scum. In his basement, he had a full-size billiard table, ping pong table, and 3 pinball machines. My basement had a dirt floor with remnants of a coal stove. His parents used to take him to Europe. They took him to the Bahamas. They took him to Hawaii. We got inside the station wagon and drove down to the beach for a day. So when he said this, I was a little puzzled. But he said, "Yeah, but you know what? I see your dad all the time. He's coached you in Little League. He comes to your events at high school. I can sit around and talk to your dad for hours at a time. My dad, I see him when he gets home from work, as he goes in the front door into his bedroom. See, you have a father. I have some guy that just happens to pay for all these things. And although people may see him as a success, his own son saw him as a failure." Now, the accomplishments that have brought you here tonight should not end with your induction into the National Honor Society, but these should be the stepping stones to attaining better and more productive goals. You should always want to set and achieve goals by working to your fullest potential and along the way, offering your service to help those not as fortunate as you. Your actions as you go through life have long impressions, good or bad, after you leave school, your job, or your community. As you move on, try to leave a place better than when you arrived, and people will see you as a success. This past weekend, I maxed out my credit cards and took my family up to Vermont. 10 years ago, a former student of mine, Steve Petruk, had passed away. And he entrusted me to spread his ashes on a ski slope in Vermont at Sugarbush. This ski slope was a black diamond mogul trail that I had taught him how to ski moguls on, and that was one of his last wishes. So on the ride up, we were talking, and my daughter Jocelyn was asking me what was so special about Steve. And it was really hard to put into words, because although he only lived 20 years, Steve got the maximum amount of life he could out of those 20 years. But one of the really special things he did was the Make-A-Wish Foundation had come up in our conversation. And Steve had been awarded a grant for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And many kids, they'll go to Disney, they'll go to Europe, they'll do something for themselves. And Steve didn't want that. He took the money and he had a gigantic salt water aquarium put in the pediatric ward at Sloan Kettering. That way the kids that were in the cancer ward there would have something to do while they're sitting around waiting for treatment. They could see the fish and examine it. Steve wanted to do something special for other people because he knew if it was done for him, it would be wasted because he was not going to be around to enjoy it. To me, Steve was incredibly successful. So different definitions of success for different people. And what you have to do is you have to be happy with yourself. Then, I would like to read a poem about success by Bessie Anderson Stanley that was written in 1904. He has achieved this success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much, who has enjoyed the trust and respect of pure and intelligent men and women and the love of little children, who has filled his niche and accomplished his task, who has never lacked appreciation of earth's beauty